So we've looked at process color swatches. Those are the 4 color mixes. We've also looked at spot colors. Now let's look at gradient swatches. So with that in mind, go ahead and grab your selection tool. We can actually select and delete these frames off on the side there on the pasteboard. Let's select these 2 other objects and let's actually set their color swatch. Make sure the fill attribute is selected here in the toolbar and click the no fill option, just to blow that away, and that will actually revert us kind of to our original state. And now we're going to select this object here in the middle, this large blue rectangle. And here at the bottom of the toolbar, notice that we have the solid color fills that we've been using. You know how the apply none or the fill of none option works. And then we also have a gradient fill. Now gradients can be applied to fills and strokes of objects as well as type. So that means your type could actually have a gradient in it. I'm not sure that I would suggest that, but boy does InDesign give you the options. So with the object selected, go ahead here and click the Apply Gradient option. Now this is going to apply the default black to white gradient. And I've left the gradient panel open here on the right hand side so that you can see a couple of the options. First of all, you have a linear gradient. That's pretty obvious. It goes from one side to the other. You also have the radial gradient if you're looking more for a sunburst effect. I'm going to go set that back to linear, but I just wanted to show you the options. Additionally, you have color stops here, so we can move this white point maybe further over and you can see the effects of that. Also, between every 2 color stops, you have a center point, and that determines the break point or how quickly the gradient breaks to the next color. So we can experiment with that in real time there. If you want to set the specific location of a breakpoint, you can just enter that here in the location field. So click the location label, type in the value you want. I'll just set it back to the middle and go ahead and tab out of that field. Now we can also assign an angle to this. For example, let's choose -90 degrees. Go ahead and press tab. And that actually fades this gradient then from the top down to the bottom for us. So again, make sure that the frame is selected, and now we can add this white to black gradient as a gradient swatch. Just go to the swatches panel, choose the flyout menu, and choose new gradient swatch. It'll save those settings. We'll call it gray ramp. And click add. Don't click OK, click add because we want to create one more gradient. In this example, we'll start by choosing the white color stop here on the left-hand side and grab maybe like a pink. On the right-hand side, we'll grab the black color stop. Maybe we'll make that blue. And then we can really start going nuts here if you want to. For example, to create a new color stop, just click below the gradient ramp. And here you can start adding new colors. Again, all the while you can change the center point for these and see the effects. Let's add one more just because we can. Let's make that even more punchy and green. And that's looking pretty beautiful. Let's go ahead and name that rainbow. It's a linear gradient, and we'll go ahead and click OK. So now we have 2 gradient swatches. We have the gray ramp and the rainbow. And these work just like any other swatch. They're easy to apply with a single click. And if we want to update them, we can just double click the definition, change some of these options, click OK, and our artwork will be updated.